Hey, hola, ¿cómo estás? Bonjour, ça va? It's me, the Lost Canuck. We're sitting outside the barbecue barn. You're probably wondering, Lost Canuck, what the heck are you doing standing in front of this giant stainless steel box? Exciting times, exciting days. You're going to think, Lost Canuck, you've lost your mind. You've gone crazy. Maybe I have. Look, I've always wanted an insulated vertical smoker. Guess what? New addition to the family, 100% stainless steel from a company you've probably never heard of, but you should. All right, so we're gonna go through this whole thing, burn it in, probably cook something because I like to cook. But let's roll that intro first, and then we're gonna go into the details on what the heck did you just buy? Okay, so like I said, insulated vertical smoker. Now this thing is almost like the IVS that Lone Star sells. Where did you get this thing from, Lost Canuck? Well, you'll notice the name right on the front here. It says SilverSmoke, okay? Now, I bought this in Canada, so for all my Canadian viewers, you should be running out and buying one of these if you live in Western Canada, even Ontario, Eastern Canada, wherever. This is made 100% hand welded in Winnipeg, Manitoba. And I was just up there on a job, and I thought I'd go by and check it out. I liked it so much, I got it. This is the 3-shelf model. We'll look at it in a second. It's called the SilverSmoke. Now, it's made by a company called Stainless Concepts. Now, that's the industrial division. They make conveyors and food processing equipment and ornamental ironworks and all kinds of crazy stuff. The owner loves smoking meat, just like me. So he started making his own smokers right here. Now these things are cool. This is the 3. You can get giant ones too, but Lost Canuck doesn't need that big of one. Let's go through the details. Like I said, it's an insulated vertical smoker. We're going to open this bad boy up. I love that it's heavy duty, okay? We're going to go through how the heck this thing works. All right, so let's start with the Firebox first. Charcoal basket right here. Everything stainless steel. I think, yeah, even the basket's stainless. Anyways, you load your charcoal in here, light her up. Now, you see these baffles here and here? I'm going to take the water pan out. This is a water pan. Okay, so there's a solid piece of steel. Now that's carbon because it gets super hot. But so the cabinet is divided so that your heat stays in your heat box. The smoke and the heat go up around through these bottles, hit the top, okay? Now you see the stack here in the back. It goes down into the chamber, down low there. So the smoke comes up, over, down, over to the stack and out. So you get really good smoke coverage in here. You got a water pan, so you can fill this with water or line it with foil or whatever you want. And it's got an adjustable stack here to control temperatures. The thing I like about it is check out this is that heavy rope gasket, and the whole thing is insulated. It's fully insulated, inch and a half thick, stainless, double-sided, fully TIG welded everywhere. I mean, this thing's pretty cool. It's on a stainless steel stand with giant tires. Again, I'm super impressed with this thing. Okay, and it's got 3 shelves, stainless steel. Now you can see they got the attachments, kind of like your oven. So when you pull them out, they're not gonna fall down. They're fairly meaty, beefy. So you can get ribs in here. You could take one out. You could You could probably put probably 4 butts on this one shelf. So you could probably smoke ribs up here, and then put some butts down here. A couple briskets. Yeah, maybe a big brisket in there. I don't know. Like I said, I got the smaller one, but Canuck doesn't cook tons and tons. But this is what I got. So it's pretty cool. And again, SilverSmoke, I'll leave links for it below, their website and stuff. You can check it out yourself. So if you live in, like, I don't know, the northern U.S. states, Minnesota, North Dakota, all of Montana, Wisconsin, check it out. It's not a terrible drive to get up there. And again, if you live in Canada, hey, this is made in your backyard. You should be buying one of these things. And it's made with 100% sourced North American steel, North American labor. I know the guys that welded this thing, and they're good welders. Like I say, I inspect welds for, when I make food equipment, and they're good. They're good welds. So let's close this up. We'll just do a quick walk around so you can see the intake vents. Okay, so you get a standard tell-true thermometer. Okay, it's nice. Over here so there's stainless steel pull handles on each side. So here's your damper. So it's built so you can use a fan attachment if you want, or you can do fine adjusting of your intake. So there's intakes on both sides. One here. There's an intake over here into your firebox. So here's your other intake, same thing. You can fine tune it. And then finally, you have a stack. You just adjust your stack that way. All right, so what we're going to do is I got some lump charcoal, some char logs. I'm going to load up the basket, fill it up. This has never been used, so let's do a burn off. We'll burn off any of the manufacturing oils that come on the stainless. I'll probably bring it up to, I don't know, 350. Leave it at 350 for a while. Then I'm going to turn it way down. And let's smoke some ribs. Try some ribs on it, see how they turn out. Okay, so I'll see you in a second. I'm going to load her up with charcoal and light it up. All right, like I said, let's get this thing burnt in first. And like I say, it's stainless steel, everything, 100%. So I'm not going to use any vegetable spray on the inside. It's not needed. Everything's stainless. So we'll just burn off the manufacturing oils. Now, if this was a carbon steel pit, yes, you absolutely coat all the surfaces with PAM or similar cooking spray. So what I've done is I've loaded up the charcoal basket, about 50%. So I put a base layer of these, I like these B&B char logs. They burn nice, slow and slow. And then, since I was in Winnipeg, I stopped by my friend Walter's place, Wild West Charcoal. He brings in this special Quebraco, am I saying it right? Quebraco Blanco charcoal. It comes from Paraguay. It's really good stuff. So, like I said, I got char logs in the bottom, low and slow, and then I got some of this hot and fast Quebraco Blanco. So let's light this up. We'll slide everything in, close everything up. Ooh, I guess I should open my, I'll do that after I light it. Let's get her lit up here, see what happens. Okay, well, see it's starting to get ashed over there. It's hot. So we'll let it burn up a little bit, shove it in, and get her going. Now, one thing you'll notice, because you'll know this is premium charcoal, when I hit her with the torch and got her going, it didn't spark at you. You notice that? So that's how you know this is actually pretty decent stuff. Yep, I'm just going to let the... Oh yeah, it's getting hot now. Leave it open for a few minutes. I'm going to set up my vents and then shove it in and we'll get going. Hang on a second. Alright, well, we got it lit with the torch. I'm going to shove this in, open my vents up full, and get going. So there we go. She's in. Open up our vents wide open. There we go. Stacks wide open. Okay, well, let's close the door. See what happens. Now you can see the smoke's already coming out of the side baffles here, like it's supposed to. See that? So we're going to close it. It's going to curl back up and go out the stack. That's kind of the basics behind it. Now here's another cool fact, okay? So this thing is set up for a fan system, okay? So they sell a full fan system at SilverSmoke that goes into that square hole, and then you put your probes in and you can run the entire pit with a fan. Well, as you know, Lost Canuck also has, well, so they sell the Flame Boss with this, and if you want to use the Flame Boss, it's already the size of the hole is perfect for the Flame Boss. Now, Lost Canuck also has his Chef's Temp stuff that's wireless. There's no wires involved, which is kind of cool. I checked, my Brizo will fit this hole, and the S1 gauge will screw right in here where this gauge went. So as a mod, another mod, we're going to try that out as well. So let's get this thing burnt in, and see a little smoke coming out here. It's probably coming out of the vents more. I'll vent these down a bit. So we should be getting more smoke out of the top here in a minute. Gotta let that charcoal burn up. There she goes. So you just got to get enough draw. Leave your stack open wide. Cut your vents down there off a little bit. And we'll, like I said, we'll try and bring her up to, I don't know, 300, let it burn off. So I'll see you when it's time to throw ribs in this thing. And it's burnt off. See you in a minute. Well, she's rolling smoke now, guys. Look at that smoke come out of there. It's just over 250. It's coming up pretty good. That Quebracho Blanco charcoal really gets hot. And I'm going to throw a split in there in a minute, and we'll get her going up to burn off and then throw the ribs on. See you in a second. Hey, well, it's me. We're just back upstairs from the SilverSmoke. I was just down there. It's been burning in for a couple hours at 300. I just dampened it back, so it should be right around 275. I threw a couple of chunks of hickory in there just to get it nice and smoky, so when we throw the ribs in, they'll be perfect. So let's get these ribs prepped. We'll throw them out on the smoker. So I just have a standard 3-pack of Costco baby back ribs, and got some W sauce binder. Now again, using binder, don't have to do it. Optional step. You just keep putting your rub on if you want. I'm throwing a little W sauce on there just to hold my binder on. I'll do that to all 3 racks. Now, looking at my little smoker, I'm thinking that thing can hold at least 9 racks for sure. Probably more. Alright, so we got our binder on. Let's get our rub on. And I'm going to go local. Love supporting the local people. This is Oak We're Smoking Rib Rub by Josh and Sarah. Those guys, awesome people. And I think they're going to be selling it locally here in Hudson at the Smoke on the Water place. So just put a little bit of rib rub on each one after you have your binder on. Just like this. Prep time is about 3 minutes. Maybe 5 minutes. Okay, so we prepped one side. Just patch your rub in. Just like that. Don't forget the back. Oh, and these ones, Costco ones, any of the baby back ones, already have the membrane pulled, which is kind of nice. Thank you, Costco. Saves me the hassle of pulling them. You know, making these party rib style too is also a nice way to do them. If you haven't seen my brother from another mother, Eric Okerholm's video on party ribs, check it out. It's a pretty good one. It's actually, they cook way faster that way. Okay, done. I'm gonna go throw these in the fridge for, I don't know, half an hour. Still let the rub set in, and we'll get them out on the pit. So I'll see you down at that brand new SilverSmoke 3-shelf smoker. It's so cool. I'm so excited. I think these are going to turn out good. See you down there. All right, well, we're back at the SilverSmoke. Like I said, I got her dampered down. Still getting some smoke out of there. I'll throw some some more wood chunks in there. Let's open this up. Use your hot gloves because it's hot and it's smoky. I'll smoke these on the middle rack, I think. So I'll put 3 racks there. And go get the ribs. Thing that I don't like about, well, I love this thing. There's no shelf on it though, but hang on. All right, so here's our ribs. Let's get them put on the rack. There we go. All right. There's our char logs burning. Hang on a second. All right, so I got some of these Smoky Woods pecan chunks. Just gonna throw a couple in there. Should be plenty. Yeah. Throw one in, one more in for good measure. And we'll put my hot gloves back in. Hang on. All right, let's push this back in. There. All right, well, that should catch. Start smoking here in a second, and come back up around 250, 275. I'd say these things will be done in about 4 hours. They go pretty hot and fast on these things, so I'll see you in a little bit. All right, well, we're sitting here at the pit. It's been cruising right around 250. Let's just open this up. We're going to spritz some of the ribs. Oh, they're looking pretty good. Can't see because the steam, but the color looks great. So let's just give them a little spritz. Oh, out of there. Dog wants to get spritzed too. Let's put a couple more wood chunks in there. That's right, that's hot. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna grab another char log, throw it on. There we go. All right, well, we're just gonna let it ride. I'm not gonna wrap these things. Just gonna let them ride up to, like, 200, 205 in there. And then we'll pull them, bring them up to the cutting board, and try them out. You just saw me spritz them. So I've been spritzing them because, smoke likes to stick to wet, cold objects. So, open this back up. Let the smoke continue. I'll see you up at the cutting board. Hey, well, we're back upstairs here in the barbecue lab. Went and shut the SilverSmoke insulated vertical smoker down. Closed all the vents. Hey, that thing was a lot of fun to run. And the ribs turned out really nice. I glazed them while I was out there. So, I don't know, I'm going to try this one. This has got some blueberry glaze on it that I got when I was up in Canada. Now, it's way easier for me to cut these when I can see where the bones are, so just cut her like that. Got the chine bone there, yeah. Maybe if I cut them on there. Then I won't hit the chine bone. There, perfect. Slight smoke ring on the top. Now, they were only being smoked for 4 hours, okay? So if they went longer, I should, what I'm thinking about doing is hooking up the fan attachment, and then I could have better control over the temps. But this thing cooked between 250, 275 degrees right in there. So it was a hot and fast cook, so I'm not expecting a ton of smoke on these things. But when it was, see there, F that one up again. But when it was smoking, it was really pumping the smoke. There. Yeah, these are those Costco ribs. What they do is when they saw them up here at the top, that's called the chine bone, and sometimes they leave it connected. Okay, so let's try one of these things out. It's glazed. There's a slight smoke ring. Like I said, I would have went down at 225 if I had the fan, and I would have had a better smoke ring. But like I said, we're just breaking the thing in, and let's take a bite. Hang on. Pulls right off the bone. They're not overcooked. Nice charcoal flavor. Yeah, Wild West charcoal, that Quebracho Blanco, really worked out nice. All right. These are tasty. Well, the ribs are juicy, tasty, glazed. Actually, I should flip this over so you can see them. Lost Canuck's final thoughts and conclusions. The guys at Stainless Concepts, who are SilverSmoke, great job on that little smoker. Man, it held, like, once you had it dialed in, it just held the temperatures nice and steady, probably due to all the insulated. So it's a fully insulated vertical smoker. There's 1 inch of insulation in there, high quality welded box. I mean, I'm very impressed with it. I'll leave a link to their website. I think they're not cheap. It's stainless steel. They're $2,800. But like I say, buy once, cry once, and you're done. I won't be buying an insulated smoker anytime soon. My kid can have this after I'm long gone. So, smoker, thumbs up. Really good smoker. You'll be seeing lots more cooks coming. The Wild West charcoal, that Quebracho Blanco stuff from Paraguay, gave it a nice flavor. You can taste the charcoal in here. I put a layer of some B&B char logs on the bottom. That's just to keep everything going nice, low and slow. And it worked out well. I think they're still burning in there. Because the lump charcoal burns a lot faster than the char logs. What else did we try out there? Oh, the water pan. It kept everything nice and moist, that's for sure. So that's it. That's the final thoughts and conclusions. Now, hey, for all you new viewers that came to see what the heck is Lost Canuck doing, why did he get an insulated vertical smoker? What the heck's up with this SilverSmoke? Hey, thanks for coming to check me out. Please consider liking the video, subscribing, and notifying, like when I have new content. I've got this now. I've got other charcoal grills. I've got pellet grills. I've got PK grill. I got just about every kind of. The only thing I don't have is an offset, and maybe next year I'll get one. So look, if you want to check out some of my content, check it out. And don't forget, for all you returning subscribers, hey, thanks. You guys are awesome. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for checking me out again. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Really helps. And all you new viewers too, hit that thumbs up. Super helps. And if you have the ability after you hit the thumbs up, consider hitting that hype button. That really puts my video out to a lot of other people that are interested in barbecue. So if you have the ability, consider hitting that too. All right, so we're at the end of the video. I always say check out my Instagram page. Okay, I've got about 1,200 followers there now. Thanks, guys. You're my core. So check that out. I post different content on there from time to time, and it's a lot of fun over there too. All right, and then shameless plug, because, you know, ribs aren't cheap. Insulated vertical smokers certainly aren't cheap. Consider checking out the Lost Canuck affiliate link store. I'll leave the link below. Again, I'm not sponsored by anybody. Nobody's paying me to do anything. But there's some links down there. I'll leave the link for the smoker. Everything I have is from me. Okay, nobody's paying me to do anything. So check out the links below. If you want to buy something, it doesn't cost you anything extra. It just helps the channel a bit. And hey, you know, it's hot out there in the summertime. If you want to buy the old Lost Canuck a beer or something, there's a thanks button down below. Consider hitting that. It's 90 degrees out there. I'm not used to that. Don't forget, I did get the free bowl of soup with this hat, and it was delicious.
This is the worst looking hat I ever saw. Well, you buy a hat like this, I'll bet you get a free bowl of soup, huh? Oh, it looks good on you, though.
Anyways, glad you enjoyed that little Easter egg there. So don't forget, Lost Canucks' final words are always, be kind to each other. It's really important. It's getting crazier and crazier as we go along this year. Every day something a little crazier happens. So just be kind to people, okay? Have respect. You don't know what other people are going through or what they're dealing with. So that's all I have to say about that. Be kind. It really matters. All right, take care. We're going to eat these here right away. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Night swimming deserves a quiet night. The photograph on the dashboard taken years ago.